A second suspect in the Boston Marathon bombing case arrested, and extra emergency personnel are on standby this weekend. I'm Richard Brooks. Law enforcement authorities have arrested the second suspect in the Boston Marathon bombing case. After a day of high drama following a Thursday night shootout with the two suspects that led to the death of one and the escape of the other, police finally managed to corner the remaining suspect, who was rushed to hospital in a serious condition. Showman Bryce Pease reports.
After 24 hours of high drama, joyous scenes on the streets of Boston, as a city which was under lockdown for most of Friday was finally able to breathe a proverbial sigh of relief. Dzhokhar Tsarnaev was cornered in a boat in a residential backyard. This exchange of gunfire preceded the suspect's apprehension. He was rushed to hospital in a serious condition. Police say it's unclear during which exchange with police he was injured. His 26-year-old brother, Tarmelan Tsarnaev, was killed by police the night before.
US President Barack Obama said it was clear the bombers had failed. He said people wanted to know why the Boston attacks had happened.
Tonight there are still many unanswered questions. Among them, why did young men who grew up and studied here as part of our communities and our country resort to such violence? How did they plan and carry out these attacks, and did they receive any help? The families of those killed so senselessly deserve answers.
Extra emergency personnel are on standby this weekend. This follows an alert by the SA Weather Service about the continuing bad weather over most parts of the country. Disaster management centres have been activated in case of flooding or any other emergencies. ER24 spokesperson Derek Banks.
ER24 paramedics have been put special things into place for this weekend coming up, especially with the rain. Extra staff have been put on standby with the vehicles in case resources are required. As from yesterday to today, we've had numerous accidents ranging from serious to minor injuries. Paramedics are quite busy this morning along with other emergency personnel.
Several major roads have been flooded and vehicles trapped in Soweto. Norm Ebelmia reports.
The City of Johannesburg's Emergency Services spokesperson Robert Mulauzi says they have rescued motorists and passengers trapped at a flooded New Canada Road opposite the New Canada train station in Soweto. Mulauzi says a taxi with passengers and a car with 3 people inside were trapped as a result of heavy rainfall that flooded the road. The road has been closed to traffic. The Klipspruit Valley Road in Mansfield has also been closed after several cars were swept away by the heavy rainfall. No injuries have been reported.
Legal Aid is working on a research project that could eradicate glue addiction among street children. This has been revealed in a briefing to Parliament's Justice and Constitutional Development Committee. The project is part of Legal Aid's impact litigation cases aimed at making a difference in broader society. Legal Aid's National Operations Executive Brian Nair.
And what we have identified, for instance, is there's a particular ingredient in glue that is particularly addictive. And if we actually have a case whereby we can get the manufacturers of the glue to remove that addictive and substitute it, and there are good substitutes that are being used in other countries that have this problem, then this addictiveness of the glue could be something that can move. So it's a case at the moment is under research and development.
Labour Minister Mildred Oliphant says her department will oppose a legal challenge to the current framework of collective bargaining. Speaking on the final day of NUMSA's collective bargaining conference in Pretoria, Oliphant assured delegates that she will oppose the Free Market Foundation's attempt to ensure that collective agreements do not exceed to non-parties to the negotiations. Oliphant explains.
Let's rather go back to basics. Let's revisit the possibilities that collective bargaining offers. Through creative approaches to negotiations, it should be possible to achieve much more. We need champions, we need good practice, and we need agreements. that provide effective regulations of condition in a sector in a way that meets the interest of both employers and workers.